Once I know myself, what do I do next? Greetings and welcome to the Contracting Guy. I am the Contracting Guy, and I want to continue on with my last episode, episode 146, to look at who your competition is and who is the customer. Before we go to the competition, let's take a look at the customer. What is the only thing, presumably, that separates you from success on a government solicitation? Let's think. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, it's your competition. If you didn't have any competition, you probably would get the contract. So there is an element out there that is an unknown, perhaps, and you need to know it. You need to discover it. You need to find out the strengths and weaknesses. And that's your competition, because they're the only person or company that is keeping you from your ultimate goal, which is a contract award. So first off, then you have to look at the entirety. You have to look at not only yourself, but you have to look at your competition, and you have to look at your customer and what the customer wants, because the customer will want something in the form of a solicitation. You have to respond to that solicitation, but you also have to be mindful that in that solicitation, you have to think about your competition. Your competition is going to cause you to redesign, retool, rethink your proposal or bid. If it doesn't, you have a good chance of losing. So if you want to win, you need to think about those things that make you strong when you understand yourself. You need to know what the customer actually wants, and that's in the solicitation. Then you have to look at that gap piece, which is also going to be filled not only by you, but also by your competition. So you're going to need to know what the competition does, what strengths and weaknesses they have, what makes them successful. Is it their prices? Is it their technique? Is it their product? Is it their service? What is it that makes them successful? And you have to address that in your proposal or bid. Failing to do that, again, you run the risk of potentially losing, most likely losing, actually. So understanding your customer is necessary. So how do you do that? Well, you know your customer by researching them, taking a look, doing a deeper dive into what they do, what they want in light of your product. So no reason to know that they make tanks if you don't make tanks. But if they need the product that you use or the services that you provide, then it is important that you find out how they use it and what do they need. Is it timeliness of service, timeliness of delivery? Is it your ability to solve problems on the fly? Have one-stop shop concerns. I find more often than not that if you're looking at two companies and they provide the same or similar products that the government would use in the competition, it becomes things that are a little bit different. So, for example, they offer the same product or service. What do they do that's different? Well, usually project management or how they solve problems, how they work toward being a partner, how they alleviate the contracting officer from worrying about the success of the project by providing information or reports. There's a number of things that have become more important when you look at the commonality of products being offered or services being provided. So it's important that you look at what you do, what the government really wants. I mean, they want a product, but do they want the headaches? No. Do they want issues if they have a concern? No. Do they want one belly button to poke if a problem does occur, and that problem will be solved? Yes. So those are the things that you have to look at, that the government is going to be addressing in their solicitation. Look under the evaluation factors. The evaluation factors will be a critical component for you to look at in a solicitation. So you know who you are, you know your competition, because you know what the government wants, and the competition will be moving in the same direction you are. You just have to outmaneuver them. You have to outmaneuver, the competition to get to the lead spot. And that's not going to be easy, because if they're smart, they're going to do the same thing. So it's a series of movements like a chessboard. And that's going to be important for you. So in this episode, I wanted to talk about competition and the customer. And I've talked about those. It's important, important you focus on them, because that is where things are going. Okay. This is the Contracting Guy. I'm out.
Thank you for watching The Contracting Guy. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. We'd appreciate that. This is The Contracting Guy. I'm out.